Welcome to the Shooting Show. This week we follow the nation's favourite gamekeeper, Geoff Garrod, as he tackles a pigeon infestation on the hottest day of the year. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world.
Right, what we've got today, bit of barley. The crows and the pigeons have found it, but the situation that we were facing is that it hasn't gone down. There's no laid at all on these two fields. There's a thin patch and the tram lines. Crows and the rooks and jackdaws have found it, so the farmers asked me if I could come up here and try and do something to stop them. So we're just going to have a little look round. In actual fact, my hands are fairly tied. There's a couple of factors coming into play here. One, there's no laid corn, so there's not a definite place that I can go to. And I'm not in favour of shooting birds in standing corn, where one, you're going to do more damage picking them up than the pigeons and the crows are doing. And secondly, it's the principle of picking birds up that you're shooting. I, for one, am not in favour of shooting birds into crops that I know I can't pick up or have a very good chance of picking up. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm going onto this grass meadow, because I know I'm going to have a very good chance of picking up what I'm shooting.
Geoff sets to work, putting out the enforcer decoys that have found favour with him recently. Joining the lifelike plastic deeks are a few shot crows to make sure the carrions come in too. While Geoff's working on the pattern, the cameraman's working on putting a camera at the top of a 10-foot pole. You'll see the results in a minute. We're almost ready to go, but Geoff shows his appreciation of the enforcers first.
No, this is the enforcer bag for just counting decoys. Makes life a lot better, and also when you're putting them away, they're not rubbing against each other, where in the past, in the olden days when I used to use plastics, I used to chuck them all into the same bag, and at the end of the year they'd all be worn and paint would be coming off.
Separate compartments in it, has it?
Yeah. So you can put each individual one away. They keep separate then, and the quality will keep there forevermore.
Super.
Almost before he's in the hide, Geoff gets his first chance at a shot. With that surprise incomer taken care of, Geoff can finish setting up. He's using his preferred kit combo of Browning Maxus and a mix of Eley Pigeon Select and HV shells. All the signs are promising, but in 30-degree heat, how long can we last? Now Geoff's in action, and so is our elevated camera.
George. Steady. Good boy. Leave it. One of the biggest things about days like today, I mean, we are probably on one of the hottest days of the year. It's going to be very warm for me to go shooting in, and I should be dehydrating, which means I've got to rehydrate. But more importantly, the dogs, even just sitting out here in the sun or in the shade as this one is, still going to be hot for them. So just make sure you've got plenty of water for them. George, George.
It looks like the woodies aren't bothered by the heat as they continue to come in steadily, punctuated by the odd crow.
Too far in front of that.
Fantastic decoy pattern. And then we've got these bobby dazzlers.
Once the cameraman's torn himself away from Geoff's knees, we can get back to the shooting, which is going as well as ever.
No. This one, Stewie, coming in front. Here, look. See?
The wide field of view means both Geoff and cameraman Stuart have to constantly scan all directions for incoming birds. Some careful manoeuvring ensures we get this one on film. We stop to refresh the pattern, but in this heat, even perfectionist Geoff is in a rush to get back into the shade of the hide.
Yeah, well, what's happening? We've been in now for an hour and a half, and we've got a good, nice little flight of pigeons coming through here. I'm having to refrain quite a bit on where I shoot them because I started off, shot a couple of pigeons that landed on the edge of the barley, and a hell of a job to pick them up. So what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to shoot the pigeons so they're dropping within the zone here. But we've got a pattern up here. Pigeons are sort of coming through here. And they are actually coming close enough now so we can shoot them on the grass rather than sort of take the wide shots on, which I would normally do, but I'm not doing today. So yeah, we've probably got about 25-30 pigeons now and probably 7 or 8 crows. So things are looking good.
Was it a good one?
More crows swell the bag, but Geoff's soon forced to rearrange the deeks once again.
Well, we've been here now a couple of hours, 2.5 hours, and one thing that has just sort of come to my attention. Although there's hardly any breeze at all today, what little breeze there is has changed from coming from a westerly direction to a northerly direction. The last pigeon, well, I shot a pigeon some time back, we just noticed a few feathers that just changed their direction in descent. So I've been out, I've changed the whole pattern round, turned all the pigeons round, turned all the crows round. Let's just hope that might make things a little bit better for this afternoon.
We're back at it, and Geoff's change of tactics certainly seems to be working. A regular stream of birds is turning this into a respectable day behind the hide.
Yeah, he can't keep
Yeah, that's him.
Right in the deeks, right in the deeks.
Yeah.
Did you get that one?
Yep.
Hey.
That's it. Have we hit the magical 100 mark? It'll be close. Either way, this has been a valuable crop protection exercise.
There we are, the finish of another day. Enjoyable one, very hot one. Thankfully, as you can see where the hide was, we were in the shade from about 12 o'clock onwards. I think if we hadn't been in the shade, I think we'd have just melted. It's been that hot. The bag, got 65 pigeons, 12 carrions, 14 rooks, 7 jackdaws and a magpie. And if my calculations are right, that makes that a total of 99.
Geoff and the Maxus Eley combo making good there. Now it's the shooting show news.
This is the shooting show news. More people have firearms certificates than at any point in the last 10 years, the latest Home Office figures show. The number of people holding a firearms certificate went up by 1% in England and Wales, and each certificate holder also has more rifles on average. Meanwhile, shotgun certificates dropped by 1%. Stats show that the average gun owner is a 50-something male, but nearly 4,000 under-18s have one certificate or the other. The Scottish Government is scrutinising deer management more closely than ever before. Holyrood's Environment Secretary has announced a new independent group on deer management, which will encourage SNH to do more to encourage deer management planning and take a tougher approach to landowners it doesn't think are doing a proper job. The Scottish Gamekeepers Association gave a mixed response to the news, saying the government's plans were a logical approach, but warning against the temptation to rush to new powers when existing ones have never been tested. Keep up with deer management news and tips in Sporting Rifle magazine every month. Snares are in the news again. A Welsh Assembly Government committee has published a new report on their use, after it received a petition to ban snaring submitted by an anti-field sports pressure group. The report ultimately stood by the use of snares in line with the Welsh Government's Code of Best Practice on their use, but BASC said it wanted to see greater appreciation of the importance of properly conducted snaring as an essential wildlife management tool. BASC's Glyn Evans said snaring remains an essential method of pest and predator control. And finally, the rules have been published for the new event that will replace double trap in the Olympics. In the mixed team trap event, each athlete shoots 2 rounds of 25 targets, with members of each mixed team squadded together. The pairs' scores are then added together. 6 teams will qualify for the semi-final, taking place in 2 squads. Each athlete shoots 25 targets, but one elimination takes place after 15. There are another 25 targets in the medal matches. We'll be following all the trap updates in Clay Shooting magazine. That was the Shooting Show news.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.